In this next demonstration, we're gonna puree fresh broccoli. It's fresh. We've discarded a lot of the stalk. It's important to know that you can use the stalks. I think it's a much better product when you use the florets. It's much more tender. The stalks are not really desirable for puree. Anything with a husk creates a little bit more extra work and a little concern in that we might not get it all macerated to the right level of puree. We never want to puree any type of vegetable that we don't have to with a husk. So we've removed the hard parts of the stalk and we have the softest part of the broccoli. In this next demonstration, we're going to puree broccoli. This is fresh broccoli florets minus the stems, and that's by design. We'd rather puree just the florets part and not the coarse stem. It's not been overcooked. It's still got some crunch to it. You can see it still has good color. So it's not been overcooked, very important. We're gonna load up the food processor. Now this being a fresh vegetable, broccoli, it's not very wet at all. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna add some broth to this. That'll be a thickened broth, and it may or may not require additional food thickener after that. As long as we get to the right consistency, with or without. On goes the lid, and like with everything else, we're gonna use I just heard it click into place, so it's locked. We're going to use the pulse button in conjunction with the stir handle. And demonstrate that now. Pulse button, stir handle. With each pulse, it breaks it down a little more and the handle gets much easier to turn. Let's take a look at that. It should probably look a lot like sawdust at this point. And it kind of does. Fluffy. You can see where it's all tiny particular. We need to go well beyond that stage. I'm gonna pulse and do the handle a little more. Okay, we're gonna go to a full on. Never turn this on and walk away from it. Always stay with your piece of equipment. I know you're trying to get other work done, but you really need to stay with the table and the equipment when it's on. Let's check it. So we're definitely at a very dry state of puree. It's more dry than mashed potato, but we're getting to the point where the consistency is almost perfect. I still feel a little particular, so I'm gonna let it process a little further. We're definitely going to add some of our broth, which has been previously thickened with a food thickener. I can actually feel it in the handle that the consistency is much closer to where I want it to be. It's perfect. Let's check it with our spoon. So, yep, it holds shape. It sticks to the spoon and it dollops off the way it should.